Huh?
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
He completes it to Hunt. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Hunt will try going up the middle. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced them to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Fuck out of here.
But it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Here's Watson on a sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, Mariota. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Defense gets up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The Falcons at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight. And
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? On 3rd down, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate. Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter.
How the fuck you miss that block, Majoko?
Right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Typically, we think the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? From just shy of midfield, Watson over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender. Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
Damn, boy.
Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Even against double coverage, he's got enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion. And Hunt is not going to get there. On 4th down, Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck. You're right about no luck. But I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 27, Mariota, and his throw here's incomplete. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have
This
been
nigga sorry as hell.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. On 4th down on his Corey Bajorquez to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 54 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Got an open man at Schwartz. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Fuck you, nigga.
Incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to air one out.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man John Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Yeah, you told me to call you back, girl.
Don't call me yo.
I ain't call you girl. Yo, I called you girl.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Well,
it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action now, Mariota.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Finding room at midfield.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And trouble trying the middle here. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And some room to roam now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing to making a huge play, stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Play fake. Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Play action. This game is so fucking
Picks
bad.
up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field.
Look at that.
And now this is
Threw that
intercepted.
motherfucker
My
right to
goodness.
him.
Picked off by Rashad
Catch his
Evans.
ass.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has.
That was the worst thing.
Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Mariota. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Falcons. Olamide Zaccheaus from 8 yards out. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Damn.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they take over right at the 50.
Nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Mariota to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the rookie 5th-round pick. This is Tyler Algier. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's into the hands of
caught.
Pitts, the tight end.
That's
and
why.
he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy.
And they're going to get him. They bring it down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. Arnold Ebiketie in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Mariota. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Julian Okwara.
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on fourth?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mariota. Able to find Patterson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the